Well, hey everybody, how are you? Been getting a lot of email and messages and stuff, wondering how Dennis is doing during all this Corona pandemic stuff. And I got to tell you, I'm doing good. Really enjoying the traveling and seeing and doing all the things that I've been doing. Been staying healthy. I think a lot of that is because I was smart enough to wash my hands before the government told me I should. Always done that. I think everybody should have, and I don't understand why they weren't, but is what it is. But I'm staying healthy. Life is good. Moving around has not been a problem to this point. However, I have seen some things change, and I'll get into that in a minute. A lot of you wonder where I've been and what I've been up to. If you haven't been following my post, if you have been following my post, you haven't seen it all. And there's just way too many adventures to keep up. I've got tons of videos and tons of photographs I'd love to share with you sometime. But again, it's when I get time to do all that stuff. At any rate, when I left Kansas in October, I ended up November, December down and worked my way down most of November, worked my way down to Alabama to see Gypsy, and had a lot of great adventures getting to Alabama. Finally got to Gypsy's in towards the end of November, and spent all of the month of December with Gypsy there, and we did a lot of great things, had a lot of fun doing some investigations, got to see Lacey and Aisha, and we just had a ball. Then at the end of December, I headed into Georgia and spent a week or so there in Georgia, and then worked my way down into the panhandle of Florida, where I met up with Cindy. Cindy met me up in the panhandle, and we spent about 10 days or so going to all of the cool natural springs, doing some snorkeling and swimming, and just having a ball camping and whatnot. Found a few places to do some paranormal investigating, which was awesome. And then from there we headed down to St. Petersburg, and stayed at her house. Her husband Scott welcomed me into their home. I had a blast. Stayed there, geez, in their backyard from January through the first part of February before heading out, and actually mid-February, almost, yeah. And Scott took me out on the boat. We did some fishing in the Gulf. Had a blast, and really enjoyed Florida. And then the end of February, then I started making my way out, and I headed up into Alabama again, into where'd I go? Alabama into Mississippi, then into Louisiana, then through Texas, crossed Oklahoma, and then here about a week or so ago, I stayed at Cheryl's for a week and visited with her, and then I headed out, as I said, about a week ago, and here I am now down in Liberal. Been holding up here. Everything's good. People are asking me, well, you know, what are you seeing different out there? What's going on? And about all I could say is when I'm like on the interstate and stuff like that, I do see cars. Not very many though, but I see trucks and trucks pulling RVs, semi-tractor trailers, and that's pretty much the main traffic, which is kind of odd. But you don't see a whole lot of passenger cars, and there's not a whole lot of traffic at all. Gas prices have been great. Really enjoying the gas prices. I mean, I paid as little as $1.72 a gallon in a little place outside of Oklahoma, and just before I crossed into Kansas. So you can't beat that. It's averaging under $2 a gallon. You know, I feel like I'm getting ripped off if I pay over $2 anywhere, and I haven't for a long time. So that's great. Makes my traveling a lot cheaper, a lot easier. So getting food and groceries and stuff like that, I've got a great big advantage there over you people that are probably watching this video right now, because I'm not stuck in just one area and have the same supermarkets that I have to shop at. I travel through a lot of small towns, and just all these little small towns got their small town grocery store, if nothing else. A lot of them have the small town grocery store, and they have a dollar store. And as you get into the little bigger cities and whatnot, then generally they have a Walmart. And if I get to a place and I don't find what I'm looking for, then generally I just go to the next little store and I'll pick up what I didn't see at the other store. I really haven't had a problem at all in the smaller towns. I mean, I go to the grocery store, there's fresh meats, there's fresh fruit, there's vegetables, and even toilet paper. You know, I'm not having any problems finding anything in the smaller towns. Seems like in the bigger cities, that's where the people are thinking out their butts and going crazy and buying up everything, and not leaving anything for the rest of us. It's kind of sad that we're a people that have come down to that, but it is what it is. So as far as the traveling goes right now, there hasn't been any problems. However, I do see through Camp Demodium, they posted all the states that are closing down their state parks, and there's a lot. It's getting harder and harder to find a state park and a national park open in quite a few states. However, I'm fully self-contained. This RV, you know, I have a generator, solar, I have water, a toilet, a shower. I even have a little washing machine I can do my laundry with. So really, I don't have to have a conventional camping spot, and really I prefer that I don't, because I do like boondock whenever possible. Boondocking is just finding somewhere in the middle of nowhere and pulling up and parking and just enjoying nature, and I love that. I love that. Fewer people I'm around, the better I like it. So I don't have a problem with that. And parks, if they close, they close. That's the way it is. But if they start monitoring, if they do a national travel ban and they start monitoring the movement of us full-time RVers, it could be a problem, you know, because what I'm reading and what I'm hearing on the internet is that if that happens, then what we're going to be told to do is head to our home states. Home states being whoever you're licensed with, you know, your license plates and your driver's license. In my case, I'm licensed in Colorado. I would head home. I'm planning on heading back in May anyways. However, if I have to go back sooner, I do have a plan B, even though I don't have a home per se in Colorado, because this is my home. Then I do have a place to park and a place to stay, and so I'll be okay. Got electricity and all that stuff, so I'm not too concerned about it. I'd rather not, because I'm enjoying traveling around, but I can do it if I need to. So basically, you know, that's pretty much it. I'm staying healthy, staying away from people. You know, I'm smart about it. I get off. I've got hand sanitizer right here by the door of the RV that I use when I get in and out. I also keep a little bottle of hand sanitizer that I refill as I need to in my pocket. And when I'm out in Walmart and stuff, especially Walmart, you know, I might pull that thing out of my pocket 4 or 5 times throughout the store, wash up my hands, and try to keep the germs off me that way. That's all you got to do, is be smart about it, I think. For those of you who are quarantined and stuck at home, you know, we'll all get through it. Take the time to spend with your family and get back into playing games and doing family stuff, watching family movies and having dinner together and actually talking to one another. That's not a bad thing. So we'll see how all this works out. It's going to pan out, and eventually we'll get back to some sort of normal here. But just keep your head about you, you know. Don't give in to the fear, but be smart. That's what I'm doing. So again, loving life, having a great time. If you guys would, if you haven't already, you know, subscribe to my videos here and help me out there. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this video or any of my videos. And always glad to hear from you. If you got a place that you want me to go, let me know, because I'm pretty much open and would love to see new places. So if you got something to suggest, go ahead and put it in the comments down below for me, and I'll give her a look and see if I can't do that. So you guys stay safe out there. I'm going to do the same, and we'll see you in the next video. And thanks for all your love and caring and you know, all the friendships that I have out there. Thank you. Love you all. Take care now. See ya.